Groovy.
Welcome to Horror After Midnight. I am your guest host, The Saw Guy, joined today by my horror family from another mother. You guys all know we're talking about Slinky Jallo. We're talking about Casey. What's going on, guys?
Up, man. Excited.
Not too much, man. Here to talk about Halloween 3, Season of the
Ooh,
Witch.
tell me about it, man. I've been listening to that song. It must be the season of the witch. Just because of this song, man. It's still spooky season. I'm rocking and rolling. I'm feeling good. What'd you guys think of Halloween 3?
Oh, man. Oh, boy. I have.
Is that oh man? Oh boy. Oh geez. You sound like Morty over here from Rick and Morty. Oh geez, Rick. Oh
Boy, oh, geez, Rick. Here's, I don't know. Halloween 3 is, it's definitely, it's kind of like a test movie for fans. It's like, oh, horror movies? Like Halloween 3? And it's like, you don't like Halloween 3, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Maybe this isn't the genre for you to like horror movies. You shouldn't. Rob Zombie's got a couple Halloween flicks you can. Yeah, Halloween 3 is like kind of a litmus test, I think. It's,
yeah. It's
Halloween 3 level because it's a guy who's a warlock who steals a piece of Stonehenge. Spoilers, kid. He owns a novelty company called Silver Shamrock Mask, and it's funny. The shamrock on the logo is 3. Three
cloves.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
It's not a 4-leaf clover, so whatever. It doesn't matter. And he has put pieces of Stonehenge in these masks that he sells out of his novelty company to murder children, to murder kids. Like, oh, you got 5 kids? Okay, here, put these masks on.
Right? And if that ain't fucking Halloween, I don't want to be right.
And he tells he's like your classic bad guy because he tells Dr. Chalice, Tom Atkins, everybody's favorite.
Thrill me.
Yeah, throw me. He tells him his big plan. He's like, oh, well, back in the day, 3,000 years ago, when the hills ran red with blood of animals and children, because we were sacrificing these to, Smallen, the Lord of the Dead. Don't say the name right. It's like, whoa, dude, whoa. They couldn't make this movie today. I really doubt they could make a movie like this today, like Halloween 3.
I can see that. I mean, it's kind of dark, but a lot of people don't really think about it unless you're actually listening to the words that they're saying. I think this one made it even dark for me because the main bad guy was the main fucking bad guy from OCP and RoboCop.
Yeah.
Where he was just like, Dick, you're fired.
Cochran, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Cochran. That was his name. I was like trying to think because it wasn't Cochran in RoboCop. It was something else. But yeah, it's
This one is what, Connell Cochran.
Yeah.
So Irish as the just get out.
It's honestly, this was a really good film for what it was. I mean, it, like you said, it was a litmus test because it was the fact that we discussed in Halloween 2 that they wanted to do it as an anthology. And what better way to do it as an anthology than with having killer masks, which John Carpenter was fucking amazing how he did this because there's so many different rumors. I don't think John Carpenter ever commented on where he got the inspiration. But seeing this as a kid reminded me of the original episode of The Twilight Zone called The Masks, where they got stuck wearing the masks. Oh, dude. And it's just, I think there's a lot of inspiration on it because there's like a set of 3, the pumpkin, the witch, and the skeleton. But this whole story, like you said, I can't see him making this, how dark it is. Like, they have the stone, each mask has a piece of the stone, they hear the certain sounds, and it kills kids. anything that has to deal with killing kids, they won't fucking touch. Like, it's
Yeah, people are too sensitive nowadays.
yeah, it's
Tinker Toy robot guys. Like,
Tinker Toys.
that they the lube inside must be some kind of gel or something. It doesn't matter. They're going around whacking fucking people and like just holy shit, what the hell's going on? But when they do that test on the kid in the room,
Yeah.
he picked out the pumpkin mask. Check this out. It like turned his head into fucking bug stew. And
Yeah.
oh, man, it makes this movie's fucking just balls out, man. This movie pulled its junk out and like shows everybody.
Oh,
It's-
dude, yeah.
It's I don't even know where to start on this movie. It's nuts.
I mean, it's
Yeah, he is. He's in Halloween 3 a couple different times when they show the commercial for the movie, you prick. So
you know, I'll be honest. For what it was, it's great. If they didn't call it Halloween Season of the Witch, if they would have called it Season of the Witch, I think it would have been just as good. But with the anthology where they put the name Halloween at the time, this movie fucking flopped to the
Yeah.
point where people were pissed because they thought it was going to be something tied in with Michael Myers, and it wasn't.
Well, anybody, the thing.
He
They
did
weren't
make a small appearance.
yeah,
Michael Myers?
Yeah, in a commercial on TV.
That's right. That's right. They did. That was that weird, like, haha, kind of cameo.
Yeah, there's like a little commercial for the original Halloween movie as a commercial in the movie. Yeah.
comes on at 7, giveaway at 9.
Oh my God. That's fucking
But
crazy. I forgot about that.
I think if they would have warned people, like, hey, we showed you crazy escaping on Halloween night. Okay. Now let's show you some other crazy, deep seated, weird Halloween shit. Because this movie, dude, I'm sorry. This movie to me is scarier than a escaped lunatic from the nut house trying to go, love knife his sister. That's scary. It's cool. Halloween is what it is. Not taking anything away from it. But this is scarier to me. Because you're talking about
Oh yeah,
murder.
he's planning on killing like millions of kids.
Yeah, dude. The ending is Asian of the Body Snatchers. It's that fucking
Oh, and the sounds where it's
Yeah.
like dun 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 dun.
It's supposed to be kids screaming.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, oh no, that's too dark. Oh, of course it's too dark with the fucking guy with the stone head, bug stew, kid's head. But yeah, that was the original ending of the movie instead of Tom Atkins screaming, "Take it off! I banged your mom." Kids screaming, and it's like, oh Jesus Christ! Just hearing what the intention was made my skin crawl. So it's like
that I'm getting chills thinking about it. If it's little kids screaming out, if they like zoom out in the city and you hear all these kids screaming, oh
Yeah.
damn. I mean,
there's,
that's woo.
there's a lot of cool shit about the movie, man. Like the town, Silver Shamrock. Let's talk about the jingle.
You
Very
know who
catchy.
made the jingle, right?
What is it? More days on Halloween.
Yep, Tommy Lee Wallace, and he directed this film. He worked under John Carpenter, and and that was his voice where he's like, "It's almost time, kids. It's
Yeah.
almost time."
Yeah, each day it like changes numbers. There's like 8 more days to Halloween. Halloween. It's really catchy.
It's funny because you can't talk about spooky season without hearing that song. Dun 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 dun. Because it's the most simplest, plainest beat. It's like listening to fucking 96 Tears. Dun 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 dun. Almost sounds like fucking what was it, Super Mario Brothers themes,
It's very it's basic. I guess.
Yeah.
It's,
But
it's or a ringworm. Oh, it's an earworm. An earworm.
Dude, you're telling me, man. I mean, it's a wild film. I mean, Casey, what do you think of the story about how it follows Tom Atkins and the whole ex-wife thing? And John Carpenter, he hires everybody that he's worked with before. How it's Annie from the original Halloween, and we got our opinions on her where she's like, speed kills.
Make her look old, I guess. 'Cause I'm
Oh,
like,
dude.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool seeing her again in this one. She plays a very small part. But Tom Atkins, he's a great actor. He's like a real ladies' man in this movie, it seems. Because he's got that one chick that's the daughter of the dude that died in the beginning, and then he's got some lady that works at like the hospital or somewhere like that he's calls and she does whatever he wants. So yeah, very seems like he's very much like a ladies' man. But overall, the movie is so like the whole purpose of like killing like thousands or millions of kids, like Slinky was saying, is way more scarier than killing a few babysitters.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, babysitter's kind of disposable.
That's fucked up. They're just kind of disposable.
Little kids,
Uh,
Atkins has kids in the movie, so you're like, oh shit, Tom, get on the phone, man.
hey, he's probably somebody's stepdaddy right now.
Dude, I don't know who their dad is, but they look like Tom Atkins.
Oh, shit. He went out for a pack of cigarettes and a six-pack to go meet him with the chick, like in this movie. Oh my God. I gotta say, like, I love the story how it starts off with that weird beat, like every time I hear the beginning, like, because I have hearing problems, and so I can't hear certain tones. When I hear those tones, I feel like I'm fucking stoned because it messes with like my equilibrium, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And then it has the weird beat, and it shows the
yeah,
guy
pretty cool
running.
opening.
Yeah, it's crazy like with that, and then you find out that there's this big ass dude who's going after him, and it's that robot thing because you don't know if he's a robot or not, and then you find out that he gets to the hospital and he's holding on to this mask for dear life, and Tom Atkins is like trying to like because he plays as a doctor who's doing his own bullshit, having to deal with the ex-wife and not seeing his kids. Then the guy gets fucking killed, which was like crazy. Like what? And then the dude just kills himself in the car. Like lets gasoline on him, and so that's where the story kind of takes off. And then Tom Atkins being the ladies' man, of course, this chick that comes in, she's a total babe. I forgot the name of the actress that's in this, but she was a total babe. I think she was like in the movie like 22, 23. He's fucking like 45.
Tom Atkins, like pushing 50, man, and he's fucking laying pipe to like an 18-year-old.
Yeah, you
Pretty
could tell
much.
there's a big age difference there.
Yeah, and you know what it was? It was his porn stash that he had because Tom Atkins had that porn stash. And you couldn't like he was the Tom Selleck before Tom Selleck. Let's just be real, right?
Just
And I
both
kind of
put a meme up, and I say, oh, Tom Atkins is however old, mustache is 54.
oh shit, I believe that too because it's freaking funny with those. But I thought it was kind of crazy where the story goes is that like he's at the bar, then he's like he sees all the commercials. Every kid got to have these masks. He goes and gets his kids the mask, and he tries to be like daddy for a day, and he's like, "Oh, I'll come back," And Annie from the original Halloween is his wife. I'll give her this. I don't know how she is as outside an actress, but every actor role that she plays a really good bitch. Where she's just like, no, and then she's like, oh, you're gonna work again? What are you doing? Out drinking? And that was the kind of we can kind of relate to that. Being in bad relationships, us guys, we've kind of been around that, but they never kind of explained the story of how he was attracted to the young girl. And they kind of showed like, oh, this is my dad's place. He went to go buy these masks and he was stocking these masks because it's like the week of Halloween. And then she was pretty much like, he went out there to this place in Santa Maria and like, that's what happened. So they came up with the plan. Oh, let's go to the factory and see what happened. So he bails on his kids, tells his wife, yeah, I got to work. Has a six pack and goes to that chick. They go to the middle of nowhere in Santa Maria, which is actually really a real place here in California, but they don't call it Santa Maria. They call it something else. But it's out in the countryside. And it's kind of cool because they go to this town and it almost reminds me of like a horror version of Willy Wonka because the whole town is
Yeah.
run by like by Silver Shamrock and they have like cameras and they tell everybody like, oh, if you're gonna stay here, make sure like you be careful and you have a curfew and this and this and that. They met another family, and the rest is history where they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on with these masks. But they're just pretty much trying to like not take over the world, but I think as the ultimate fuck you is they were gonna try and kill kids. And that's the one thing I didn't understand was, okay, cool, you want to kill all the kids and take over. What's the whole reason why you want to kill the kids?
He wants to bring it back.
Fuck them kids.
He brought up Brock Lesnar. He's like, fuck them kids. Because that was, that was my only thing. Like, okay, anybody who wears a mask and they hear that tune, what's the whole purpose? Like, was he trying to take over everybody? Was he trying to kill everybody's kids so that way they couldn't pass on their names? They never really explained that much in the movie. Supposedly, there's rumors that they did in the book where they wanted to restart and like not the whole like Samhain thing or anything like that, but they just wanted to try to I don't know. It was they wanted to do it as a sacrifice, which was weird. Is what the novel said, but
Okay.
it's I can see that, but the what?
He's like, oh, what the hell's he saying? The boundaries, Halloween, is it Smollin? The boundaries, the living and the dead are smallest, and so when these spirits come and sit by their fire, they were sacrificing animals and children's to appease them, to make them happy. It's like, oh, okay, but he just says, bring it back to how it should be. So I guess
like sacrificing kids for the greater good, I guess.
the norm. That's like you order a pizza, you pick a dry cleaning up, and fucking tomahawk fucking Billy in half. Yeah.
Oh my god. And see, that's kind of a cool, interesting story because for this Halloween, it was great. You had Tom Atkins in it. You had, the bad guy from RoboCop. You had some very weird, unique kills in this.
Yeah.
I think one of the best ones was where they had different families that showed up. They had the family go in and they were in the room and they watched them when the kid wore the mask and then turned into like the bug stew.
Yeah, it was like
I
a
thought,
test run thing they were doing.
yeah, and the other one I think was crazy where she looks at the mask and she tries peeling out the silver shamrock and it blows up her mouth. Like that was fucking crazy. Just whoosh. That was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, the first kill with the dude in the hospital. I don't think I've ever seen that kill ever again in any other horror movie where he like pulled his face like his skull apart.
Head in half.
Yeah.
His face in half. And,
That was just he just
yeah.
The awesome kill has never seen it ever duplicated or in any other film that I can think of.
yeah, I mean, the closest thing I could think of is like Halloween 4 when he picks up Brady and he just like squishes his face, but even then they don't even show it. It's
I
implied.
did to him at first. I was like, oh, he kind of mangled his face, I guess, like a can or something. But let's be real. The fight is he murders that chick without a shotgun or with a shotgun without firing.
Yeah.
That's another review video.
Ooh.
But no, Halloween 3 is balls out. The chick that Tom Atkins has doing his dirty work at the hospital, she's the gears and she's like, I don't know, no human remains and stuff in here. And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The guy behind her, one of Cochran's, I don't know, Robo
Henchman.
Yeah,
His Oompa Loompas.
Yeah. He opens a drawer and pulls a drill out. And he's like, ooh. So you're kind of watching it like, oh shit, this chick's gonna get it awful. And just yokes her up, throws her on the ground, fucking drills her in the face. You're just like, damn, dude, these guys they're pretty hardcore. But when you find out they're robots, because the guy gets in the car and douses himself with, whatever it is, kerosene, gasoline, whatever. You're like, wow. He set himself on fire. But when he the first time you see him, the first time you see somebody, I forget who it is, they punch the fucking robot and all this yellow brew comes out.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
that, I love how his puppets, these people that were like his own Oompa Loompas, that they were robots, but if the moment they got hurt, they bled out like ooze, like fucking, what was it, like Stretch Armstrong, like the corn syrup.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah,
a
it's like a
cool
bunch of
little look.
lube or something. Keep all the
Yeah,
parts moving.
exactly. It's like oil or something, and that would have been cool if they explained it. But I mean, you kind of have to kind of piece it together from knowing from the cinematography and everything. But I love the whole concept of that. The fact that it was just this weird story of going on, and then Tom Atkins just kind of got screwed up in the middle, and he has this cute young chick, and then if the time finally came when they were staying at the hotel and they just started going at it like jackrabbits.
Like, where
But
do you sleep? He's like, don't even ask me, baby.
yeah, he's like, come and ride this mustache. Freaking
Exactly.
Tom Atkins. But I love the scene where they do their business and then they get up, it's still freaking dark. They try to break into the factory and they get caught eventually. But I kind of love the fact of where this is where it kind of is the twist in this thing because they separate them. Tom Atkins, they strap him down with a mask. They play the thing, and I don't know how he gets out of it, but he's like, no, gets out of it.
The
But
must hands him a scalpel that it had hidden.
that's right. That's right. The freaking, God, what was it? He gets out of it, and then that's when he sees Cochrane, and then they start telling him like everything that happened. And they show the big ass rock of how they're manufacturing these masks and the silver shamrock.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big twist. I mean, for us at the time, like if you watched the movie back in the day, everyone was like, "That's it, that's it," because they're assuming that Michael Myers is going to be a part of it. Now that with this film here, it's been what? What year did Halloween 3 come out? That had to be at least 84, 85. That's almost like 30 something years, 35, 36 years. But it's finally getting its love that it deserves for being one of the oddball films, one of the ones that got shit on for no reason. The cinematography was great on it. Where they show the kids like trick or treating late night, it's black, and then the sunset was orange.
Pretty
Yeah.
quick, and like
You
the
could,
Yeah,
long.
this one was the night no one comes home.
That's what
yeah,
the box all the time when I was a kid, and I'm like, what's going on? Where's the guy in the white mask? But then
yeah.
watching it, I was like, ooh, scary, man. That's fucking creepy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's the thing that trips me out is how did Cochran and all the other like guys they fucking disappeared? He broke the rock, right?
Some kind of weird light beam thing killed them all. I don't really know what was up with that or how
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, that
Yes,
was
he
like
works with LEDs and shit a lot because come out lights kill the other uh, lady there about the order in the hotel room. She's picking it
yeah.
up, shoots her mouth like I don't know, peels her bottom part of her skull like a banana, dude. It's awesome. Um, but like, yeah, he's just got light inside that's really dark and needs to for kids. Um, but just movie starts off. There's a news bulletin about nobody saw who stole the stone from Stonehenge. Uh, it's just it just vanished. It's a fucking however big it's a monolith. It's not a small thing to. You can't hide it in your garage.
Yeah.
No, you'd need like a huge ship or something if I can get that.
Or an army of robotic fucking
Yeah.
minions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just the plan when he tells fucking Tom Atkins what he's doing, you're like, what the fuck? Oh, this guy, wow, he hates kids, man. Like he fucking hates. Got enough of them. Fuck them. They smell. They stink.
He really hates kids. Yeah.
That was the
So there was
original
one
Brock.
thing. So there's one thing that kind of confused me a little bit. So did Tom Atkins, did he fuck a robot or was she human at that point?
Yeah, see, I was gonna ask, like, what the fuck happened? Like, was it all set up to like get at Tom Atkins or what?
He does have a very, very awesome mustache, and I can see people going out of their way to try to get at it. I don't fucking know.
Robots included or what?
Maybe.
Batteries not included?
Yeah, because like at the end when you see the girl, like her whole body's robot.
Yeah.
But in the like beginning of the movie, she seems like a normal young girl or whatever. So it just seems really strange.
See,
Well-
and that's the thing that like trips me out on that too, because was this supposed to be left open to do a sequel to talk about like what happened?
Well, another anthology film.
Yeah,
She's-
because
Is oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna have sex now. Oh.
he didn't feel
Yeah, because
anything.
that was his plan from the beginning. Was after the first two Halloweens, this one was gonna be an anthology film, and then so like every single one after this was gonna be another type of Halloween film with Michael Myers being completely dead, never to return
Yeah.
until Halloween 4, which because of Halloween 3, I guess a lot of people didn't like it because of Michael not being in it, so they went right back to the same thing with Michael again in part 4.
And see, and that's the thing that's crazy, because this film had so much potential. I think even now they can do what they do now with a lot of these modern horror films. They could do it as a requel. Basically call it, Season of the Witch Returns or something. And kind of explain the story about how the masks were meant for sacrifices and stuff, because I think if they would have done a sequel, they would have explained how it was all set up to get Tom Atkins because he knew too much. And I think what it was is that they were trying to kill off all these kids to sacrifice. And I think it would have gotten a lot more deeper and dark, other than the fact of when, he tried stopping it. And you notice that he got one channel to stop it, but then the other channels kept kicking in. So I think there was a bigger plot of everybody that worked with Cochran. Kind of like, I guess you could say the government and everything was against him, which I think that would have been badass to see if they actually did a sequel where all the kids die and then he finds out that it's like this bigger thing about how it's like population control, some weird shit. Because John Carpenter wrote this story. And you think about it, if this came around the same time as They Live, I can tell you right now, he was fucked up, like in the head or something with some of the stories. Because if you look at They Live with aliens living with us, I could see this kind of being like the starter of it, but then I can also see this being like the Halloween version of like Willy Wonka in a way.
Yeah, this could be their extermination event for humans.
Exactly. And I love that it's, oh my God, but we can't sign off yet until we talk about the masks. How iconic were the 3 different character masks
On Postmaster, and they're as dated as they look, they still look awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what? They're Silver Shamrock masks, man.
Well, they're the Holy Trinity. What's the 3 things that you think about in Halloween that you gotta have? You gotta have pumpkins, you gotta have fucking skeletons, and you gotta have goblins, ghosts, and ghouls. Like, you had the top 3.
Witches, jack-o'-lanterns. It's all Halloween staples.
Exactly. And honestly, I think this film kind of pushed a lot of Halloween things on there subconsciously with people. Where you ever heard of the Bastille Halloween, where it's like the old retro, like from the 50s and 60s, how that style looked?
No.
They call that style Bastille. And basically what it is, it's kind of retrofitting. And I think a lot of like Halloween Season of the Witch kind of brought that back because of the fact of how they did the skeleton, they did the witch. It was kind of cool.
In like decoration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I don't know. This one was so different that it almost pains me to say that this is the redheaded stepchild of the series. Had they just taken the Halloween name off of it and said this is Season of the Witch, Halloween anthology, or they even had to say Season of the Witch, part of an anthology, I think this would have blown it out of the water. But because it had the name, it kind of screwed it from the beginning, And as KC said, a lot of people were so pissed off at this one that they had to go as far as change it to where when Halloween 4 came out, Halloween 4, they called it Halloween 4 Return of Michael Myers. They had to put that in the title to get people back in to watch it.
Yeah, and that'll be the one we're doing next.
Oh, dude. I mean, whew, how do you bring back Michael Myers after you fucking roasted that motherfucker?
You get Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley to be a security guard.
Oh shit! That's right, he was Squeaky.
Like, hey, Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this place.
Laverne.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Laverne, yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. But yeah, that's another classical we got to look at because you think about it, that one takes place 10 years after the story because even though Halloween 2 was released in 81, it's still the same day in 78. So it's 10 years after it. But I think Halloween 4 had a lot of charm, just like this one, but a lot of people liked it because they brought back Michael Myers. But as you'll find out, Halloween 4 was a little bit different, like it was from the original. But I mean, they had to do something to bring him back. I mean, after part 3, how it got shitted on, I mean, it sucks. But, you know, Michael Myers came back and he's been part of the staple ever since.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
part of Halloween. It's just how it is. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, for Halloween 3, I highly recommend it. I mean, just try to look at it as like a standalone film if you have a problem Michael not being in it. But altogether, it's a great Halloween film.
Oh,
Definitely
yeah.
something to watch around this time of year.
Absolutely. It's thing about it is don't limit yourself to Halloween being about an escape mental patient. Halloween can be about all kinds of fucking ill shit. Just, I mean, it's kids. They're killing kids, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you,
have a company. Shit.
oh, yeah, it's good. I mean, if you got to rate this, I'm going to rate it 5 out of 5 because take the Halloween name out of it, it's creepy as fuck. It's still spooky. It's still a Halloween film.
5. 5 sex robots out of 5.
Oh, shit. I know what Casey's going to say. He's going to say it's going to be 1 mustache. 1 Tom Hawkins mustache.
10 robot sex dolls.
There we go.
Oh, shit. Throw that up. Yeah. 10 robot sex dolls with a blown face for messing with a fucking tab. And we got to have bug mesh. That's what you got to have. God damn. This is a classic film, guys. I freaking love this one. But, you know.
Yeah, it's a great movie, man. It's there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I don't see anything to really say bad about the film.
Just take the Halloween part of it away. I mean, yeah, it happens on Halloween, but that's not it. I mean, shit. Just Season of the Witch, man.
Yeah. Just think of the song by Donovan. Must be Season of the Witch.
You want to watch that. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you know what, though, man? I mean, as much as I'm excited for the next one, I'm still cool with this one. So we got to continue on spooky season. We got to catch up on some Halloween 4. Fuck it. Let's go watch Halloween 4.
That's right, goddamn it.
The Return of Michael Myers.